I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm ready to get started.
All right. So, all you know about today's episode is the state.
Yes, I know we are in Florida.
Correct.
That's
So,
it.
let me set the stage and kind of explain what led me to finally follow through on an episode that I've been considering for a while.
Okay.
Right. Some of you, Jordan's mom specifically, may remember me mentioning my missing American Girl doll during the Colonial Williamsburg episode.
Yes, she was very worried about it.
And I am happy to report that at long last, our national nightmare is over. Jordan went up in my attic and found Felicity for me a few weeks ago. So I wanted to keep in the theme with dolls.
Oh, okay. I like where this is going. I'm going to be really creeped out tonight. Woohoo!
That's the goal. After Jerry read this, because I had him read through it, he's like, we are never going there.
I love that this is my reward for finding your doll.
Yes. So I am taking you to the southernmost point of the United States and the home of key lime pie, Key West, Florida.
That checks out. I've never thought about key lime pie.
I thought it, and then I double checked because I was like, maybe I'm wrong. Before I say that and get embarrassed, I'm going to check, but I did. And we are going to Key West to meet Robert the doll.
I know about Robert the doll.
Yes.
So excited. Okay. Please refresh me, because it has been several years since I've heard anything about him.
All right. And I went down a couple Robert the doll adjacent rabbit holes during this, so that was kind of fun too.
Well, I'm sure that there's been changes and stuff to like his ownership and everything since, because it has been years since I've heard of him.
Yes. Robert is quite old.
Yes.
He is a one-of-a-kind handmade doll, and he was created by the Steiff Company in Germany around the turn of the 20th century, like 1904-ish.
Okay.
Steiff is a plush toy company that was founded in 1880 in a city called Gingen, Germany, and they claim to have made the world's first factory-made teddy bear. So that's a fun fact. This is one of my rabbit holes, was into this toy company. So it started with a seamstress named Marguerite Steiff, and she first made little fabric elephants that she sold in her shop as pincushions, which sounds cute.
This is insane. I think I just saw a Tumblr post earlier this week about this company, like about the creation of teddy bears.
Like serendipity.
Because this is sounding super familiar. Okay, keep going.
So, yeah, she made these little fabric elephants for pincushions, but then it turned out, obviously, kids really loved playing with the little toy elephants. So then she started making lots of other animal toys for children. And in 1893, her felt fabric factory, kind of a tongue twister, was founded in Gingen, and then just 2 years later, Steiff products began being sold outside of Germany, I believe in England. And in 1897, her nephew Richard joined the company, and that is when business fully exploded. I forget which school he went to, but he did like legit design training and things. He designed the world's first plush bear with movable arms and legs.
Oh.
And in 1903, the company received a 3,000 piece order from an American business capitalizing on the teddy bear craze associated with Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, that's right, because so according to the post I read, it was Roosevelt's like campaign trail, and this guy was like, oh, I need something to like give people as part of this campaign. These people make animals out of fabric. I'm going to commission them to make teddy bears.
And there was also, I think, like a little political cartoon or something of like him with a bear. And that sort of like got people associating those images together. So some things said like this company created teddy bears, but then I don't think they necessarily created them, but they were the first to kind of like mass produce them. And
well, I'm sure, somewhere in history, people were, if you were going to make a little animal, I felt bears are all over the world, you know?
They were the first factory to be like, let's make a bunch of bears.
I just said they're all over the world. That's factually incorrect, but you know what I meant.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. So just a little more on Steiff because I thought they were super cool. Their company motto is only the best is good enough for children. And I thought that was precious. Their toys are held to a very high standard. A large amount of the work to this day is still done by hand, which is very impressive. And apparently it takes anywhere from 8 to 12 months of training for a seamstress to develop the skills to make a stiff teddy bear that meets their quality standards.
Wow. I mean, I get it, because that's a very different type of work than like clothes tailoring. So is Robert then, is he a cloth doll? Because I thought he was like one of those like hard, almost like a ventriloquist dummy thing.
We will get to Robert's makings.
Okay. I'm just too excited.
I know. You got to contain yourself. So yeah, as you may have guessed, this Stife company, they have a lot of collectibles and like limited edition pieces that are highly sought after by collectors, such as, I had to put this in there, the 494 black Titanic bears that were commissioned and meant to bring comfort to the public after the Titanic disaster. Oof. They came in like 5 different sizes, and they're like jet black from the pictures that I've seen of them. Did not go over as well as that business had hoped.
Maybe not as cuddly as they planned.
Yes. And so the Stife Company information literally has nothing else to do with this story, just that's who created Robert. But I thought it was interesting.
Hey, you know me. I love history.
I was like,
thank you.
Jordan's going to love this. And I love the idea of this like female-founded company becoming this, global juggernaut of toys. Okay, so back to Robert.
Okay.
Robert is about 40 inches tall.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yes, and he is stuffed with wood wool, which apparently is also called Excelsior.
Okay, I've never heard it called Excelsior, but I do know about wood wool because it was like the normal thing to stuff dolls with, because I watch a lot of The Repair Shop. And they have a team of women on there who repair stuffed animals for people. And it's really cute the way they do it. Like they treat them like little
patients.
Yeah. And like I don't know, they're just really respectful about it.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, like they'll pull out wood wool. And I know there was at least one person who she wanted to send the doll or bear or whatever it was to her daughter in Australia, I think, because she had just had like her first grandbaby, but then she couldn't because customs wouldn't let her because it was filled with wood wool. So they had to empty it completely and then put in like a safe stuffing.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's like it's not like sawdust or like wood chips, but it is like kind of almost like wood chips.
Yeah. So I looked into it a little bit because I was like, I've never heard of this. So nowadays, it is mainly used in packaging and components of cooling systems, which I thought was interesting. But back in the day, it was used largely as upholstery padding and, like you said, to fill stuffed toys. It's sometimes also used to construct the armatures or the framework for taxidermy mounts.
Oh,
so I think that kind of gives you an idea of the consistency. We're not really talking about the most soft and cuddly material that,
if you wanted to make a stuffed bear that could like sit up or stand up, then it was perfect for that.
Posable, if you will. So although you can't tell it when you look at Robert now, his face was originally painted like a jester.
Oh.
Which is not at all terrifying.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So when you combine that jester clown face paint with the fact that he's 40 inches tall.
Yeah, more than 3 feet. Like imagine a yardstick. He's 4 inches bigger than that.
Yeah, like a legitimate child.
Yeah, life-size doll.
More than half my height. That's how big Robert is.
I'm imagining like Robert like coming to life and just hugging you now. No. You have to like barely reach down to pat his head.
Uncomfortable. Unsubscribe. So because of his unusual size and the face paint, it is believed that he was actually not intended to be sold as a toy. They think that he was created possibly as part of a set for a window display with like clowns and jesters and things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that they don't know. They have this one-of-a-kind doll, and they just don't know why he was created.
Just, he just appeared one day and...
Somebody in the factory was feeling feisty that day.
They were like, I am so tired of bears. How about a creepy child?
This is my pièce de résistance. That was a new tailor's, like, thesis project to prove that they could work in the factory now.
Yes. I've got what it takes.
That, or he was like the prototype and they took one look at the finished product and were like,
no,
that's not going to sell.
Let's focus on Titanic bears. I think this more disaster-based toys, those are going to sell. So the doll was a birthday gift to Robert Eugene Otto, who was known as Gene. This was a gift from his grandfather when he was fairly young. Gene actually named the doll Robert after himself.
Well, at least it wasn't the name that he actually went by. Then you just got Gene and Gene the second.
Right, yeah. So we've got Robert and Gene, and the two were best friends growing up. In fact, the sailor suit that Robert still wears to this day most likely once belonged to Gene.
Oh, okay, that is kind of cute.
Yeah, but again, legitimate child size. He's wearing...
That's cute. Like, I used to put my Build-A-Bears in my, like, actual baby clothes.
Nice.
Yeah. So, like, that is cute to me as an idea. But thinking about how old was he when he got him?
I couldn't find the exact year. So, Gene was born in 1900, and they think Robert was made around 1904, and... Okay, I don't think it was long after that.
Like, when he got him, there is a significant chance that this doll was bigger than this child.
Could be, yeah.
Terrifying. Okay.
Yeah.
One of my cousins growing up had a lot of really, like, fancy toys, you know? Like,
bougie toys that you're not supposed to play with?
Well, no. They were heavily played with, but it was always, like, you know, like, those children of divorce who, like, when the parents are fighting, then they'll, like, get each other... Yes. They'll try to outdo each other, you know?
I'm familiar.
Yeah. It was that situation. They had not divorced yet, but at the time, it was that situation. Yes. They wanted to be the favorite parent. But she always had, like, the best, fanciest, like, brand new toys, you know? Yeah. And one of them was a life-size Barbie doll that you could play dress up with.
Yes, I'm familiar.
And I remember that we were the same size as the doll, and I used to put the Barbie clothes on myself.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? That's part of the appeal.
I don't think I was supposed to be able to fit in them, but I sure did wear the Barbie clothes.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
So I'm just imagining that. But, like, I don't think the doll was bigger than us. I think I was just a tiny child. But the idea of giving a child a doll bigger than itself.
Yeah. Well, and I didn't read, it was actually kind of hard to find stuff about Gene and about the family. It's all Robert online. Because it was like, did he have any siblings? You know, was this kind of like his brother?
Oh my God.
I didn't see anything about siblings.
Just
you know,
a lonely child. You know that him running around with a doll as big as him did not help his social standing.
Very little is going to help his social standing and the world's perception of him, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
And it's all going to go back to Robert. So there are some legends surrounding Robert that talk about, quote, a young girl of Bahamian descent giving Gene the doll as a gift or as retaliation for a wrongdoing.
What?
Or, quote, a Jamaican maid giving Gene a doll made in his likeness. And so people, some of the legends you'll see talk about, like, oh, there's some sort of voodoo involved in Robert's story.
I think the Jamaican one is the one that I had heard. That sounds slightly familiar.
Everything I could tell, like the most prevalent story was him getting him from his grandfather, including on robertthedoll.org.
Probably the best source.
Yes. So that's the most consistent one. That's the one we're going to go with. All the other stuff, it was like one place here, it's Jamaica, it's Bahamas, it's, you know, just, oh, here's a doll that looks like you. Here's a retaliation for a wrongdoing. Like, who gives a small child?
It's not ethical, but in a pinch, you can hand off a cursed object to a child.
That's one of the many great things about children. And I get why people have them. They're like, I've got to get rid of these cursed objects. So, yeah.
That's what they should have done in Lord of the Rings. Just give the ring to a baby and then take the baby to Mordor.
Yeah, exactly. And we know there were Hobbit babies. They're there in the movie. Like, I've seen them.
God.
That, yeah, would have made the movie so much different. And by movie, I do also mean book, because yes, I know it's a book, but I've not read it. I will readily admit that. So when Gene was young, he would often blame Robert for any misbehavior. He'd say, no. I didn't do it, Robert did it. That's what he would tell his parents. Now, a kid trying to avoid getting in trouble, that's not odd at all.
No. I'm very much, in this instance, I'm very much picturing Calvin and Hobbes. And then, like, both viewpoints of, like, from the parents' viewpoint, Calvin blaming something on the stuffed tiger. But then from Calvin's viewpoint, that stuffed animal's alive.
Yeah.
And now I'm worried about Jean being like, no, you guys, he did it.
Yeah. Well, it's only going to get worse for that. So yeah, that's not crazy. But Jean's parents also said that they would often hear Jean talking to Robert, and then he would get a response in a completely different voice.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Now, plenty of kids, myself included, did lots of little voices, still do, when playing with their toys. But I'm still going to go ahead and kind of turn up the creeped out factor on this.
Well, like you'd think that his parents would be able to recognize his voice.
Yeah, it said a completely different voice. So not just, Jean would do a little, fake voice, like very different. The Ottos also claim to have seen the doll change expressions when they spoke.
Nuh-uh. It shouldn't do that.
They are not supposed to.
Its little cloth face shouldn't be... Oh, and it had clown paint on.
Yeah, just a clown changing facial expressions at you. Talking to your kid in a weird voice. What's not to love? Mm-hmm. So yeah, again, we're going to just up that creeped out factor. Now, the Ottos were a relatively prominent family in Key West, and Jean actually grew up to be an artist. And Robert remained stored at the Ottos' home on, I believe, Eaton Street in Key West, while Jean studied art in New York and Paris.
Ooh, okay. Big leagues
yes.
art.
Yeah, I looked up some of his art, a lot of like still lifes and landscapes and stuff, paintings. It's better than anything I could do, that's for sure. He did become a prominent artist in Key West. I don't think that he really went much further beyond that, but he did design the art gallery at the Fort East Martello Museum, which has been Robert's home since 1994.
Oh.
Jean is often described as an eccentric.
I think we could have called that at a pretty young age.
Yes, yeah. And I do think that his unusual relationship with Robert played a factor in that description.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. And that is partially because Jean kept Robert throughout his life.
I was literally about to ask you, when do you think he stopped talking to Robert?
I don't believe he did. I don't know if he wrote to him from art school and if Robert responded, but this was a lifelong thing. So I read a couple different articles about this, and this one had some quotes from Corey Convertito, who is the curator of the museum.
Okay.
And they said, what people really remember is what they would probably term as an unhealthy relationship with the doll.
They have a toxic relationship.
Right? Yeah.
Codependent.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He brought it everywhere. He talked about it in the first person as if he weren't a doll, he was Robert, as in he is a living entity.
Uh-huh.
So obviously we know that Jean talked about Robert in this way as a child, but that quote really makes me think that he was still talking about him like this as an adult. Mm-hmm. That's just my gut feeling, Which,
if he's taking him everywhere, then it makes sense that eventually, in 100 years, the face paint got rubbed off.
Yes.
But I'm really impressed that the clothes managed to stay intact.
He's, when I show you pictures of him, he's in remarkably good condition, I think. I'm not an expert in 100-plus-year-old dolls. I know that shocks you, but he looks pretty good to me.
A lot of the ones that come on the repair shop have been fucked.
Yeah. We say well-loved.
Yeah, well-loved. Yeah. That's a better way to put it.
Or fucked.
This is slightly on topic, but I had a classmate who had a emotional blanket. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she still carries it around, but up to senior year of high school she did. And it was truly a series of knotted together rags at that point. And that was only in 18 years. Mm-hmm. But that's what happens when you carry something around every day, all day. Everybody was really chill about it. She was actually one of the quote unquote popular girls. But it was obviously an anxiety thing. So I think she did handle it and rub it and stuff, But still, in 18 years, literal strings and rags versus this 100-year-old doll.
Yeah. I mean, the doll that I got when I was, my first Christmas, 9 months old, I still have, and I've, slept with every night until whenever. She looks rough.
Yeah. Which is a testament to the craftsmanship and the materials used by the Strife. What was the company?
Stife.
Stife. The Stife company.
Yes. Well done, Stife.
Mm-hmm. He's a walking advertisement.
He is.
Emphasis on walking.
Yes. But I mean, like, again, 40 inches tall. Here is a grown man.
Yep.
Bringing around this 40-inch tall.
I mean, he's got some heft to him, so I'm imagining him carrying him around like on his hip like a child.
Yeah, you would have to. I mean, that's something.
Do you think he was just like fully, yeah, this is Robert, or do you think he was like at least kind of self-aware that everybody would like strangers who didn't know him or what Robert was all about? Like, do you think he had a self-awareness of like, haha, yeah, this is my friend Robert, haha, or was he just like fully everybody has to treat him like a human being?
I think he was self-aware. Otherwise I feel like Robert would have gone to New York and Paris with him.
You make a good point.
I don't but
Robert's going to go get his degree.
Can we pay Robert's tuition? I don't know. What is the steamer, ticket charge like for that?
Those people who have service animals and then the service animal gets into the yearbook. But just a picture of Robert in the yearbook.
Love that.
Like you go to class the first day and there's just a 4-foot doll.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, you can't sit at that desk? That's Robert's desk. If you wanted that, you should have gotten here as early as he did. He's a go-getter.
I need more information on the college years of Robert. And Jean. Sorry, not to leave him out.
Don't we all? Well, I can't tell you about college, but I can tell you that on May 3rd, 1930, Jean married Annette Parker, who went by Anne.
I didn't even think about the implications of him dating.
Probably just kind of assumed he didn't. Like, that was my assumption. But oh no.
Like, if he didn't take the doll to college, by this point he's about 30, right?
1930. He's 30.
When did he get him out of storage? When did he have Robert out when Annette met him? That's my question. When did she find out about the doll? Your face is scaring me.
It's funny you should ask.
Oh, God.
So, Jean and Anne, they get married in Paris. And after his parents died, I don't have the exact year on that, Jean and Anne moved into the Eaton Street home, which became known as the Artist House, obviously because he's an artist.
Cute.
And they lived there until Jean's death in 1974, just a few months shy of his 74th birthday.
Okay.
So when Anne moved in, she felt uncomfortable with Robert in the house. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how the introduction went down. Like, had he prepped her? Oh, by the way, honey, when you did those vows, did I mention Robert?
Do you think
better
Robert
or worse?
Was in the wedding?
That would be gorgeous.
What if he was the ring bearer?
Yes. Oh my God, best man.
Actually,
Robert officiated.
Like my sister had she had like toddlers and babies as her technical ring bearers, but like one of the moms pulled them down the aisle in a little like
a wagon or
yeah. So I'm imagining somebody who got demoted from ring bearer.
Yes.
Pulling
ring bearer escort
down the aisle in a wagon.
Yes. I'm here for it,
Pushing on his lap.
Robert was important to Jean. I think he should be there on his big day. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Anne moves in. She says, I am uncomfortable. And she actually demanded that Jean lock Robert in the attic, and Jean did it.
Oh.
Now, some believe...
that was a big fight.
Yeah, some believe Robert was not a fan of this change.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, you go from sitting at the kitchen table to being locked in the attic.
I'm on Team Robert here. Like, I would not be pleased either.
At least give him, like, a spare bedroom.
Yeah. Come on. Mm-hmm. Like, I've seen pictures of this house. There was room.
Yeah. Back then, in 1930, there wasn't any AC in the attic. And
oh, my God.
Florida, you're down at Key West. No. We're lucky that Robert didn't get wood rot in his filling.
Yes, exactly. So after this went down, visitors to the artist house began hearing footsteps in the attic and childlike giggling. It's always fun.
Robert, you reel me in. I feel bad for you, and then you remind me.
Yeah.
Why that's not cool.
Yeah. You remind me why this is a haunting and not just a fun happening.
A guy and his friend.
Yeah.
His toy.
Neighborhood children said that they saw Robert watching them from the attic window.
Oh my God.
Sometimes like appearing, disappearing, and then reappearing.
What if Jean was just going up there and like moving?
Okay, thank you. Because that is the exact same thought I had. Like Jean's like, you know what? Let's have some fun. Like, oh.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah, right? And this part I thought was really interesting. So they saw him appear, disappear, you know, as well as mocking them when they walked in front of the house. Zero details.
What, like needle,
Like
or something?
flipping him off? Did he moon him? What happened? Like I assume
now I desperately need to know what he looks like under his clothes. Is he just a soft form body for a doll, or did they give this doll butt cheeks?
like Mothman.
I have to know. Oh my God.
I'm sorry to say that none of my research turned up any information about doll butt cheeks.
What if he is like creepily, like anatomically correct in a unsafe feeling way? And so it's like part of the agreement of owning Robert the doll is that you have to keep him clothed at all times.
I mean, yes.
I don't know which is worse.
None of it's great. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, keep going.
So reports of strange occurrences became much more common following Jean's death in 1974. Mm-hmm. Now, Anne died in 1976, just 2 years later. And at that point, the home, along with Robert, was sold to a woman named Myrtle Reuter.
Sorry. They didn't have anybody to leave him to.
No. Robert was their world. I just find it interesting that he was part of the sale of the house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like usually, you know, if somebody passes away and there's nobody that is inheriting their stuff, you know, it goes to the Goodwill or whatever. Like,
you have an estate sale.
Yeah, I mean, this was 1976. It wasn't, I imagine, that different from today. It's not that long ago.
Yeah.
It was a different time. So yeah, she buys the house. She buys Robert. Did she know she was buying Robert?
Yeah, that's my question.
She had to.
Like, was it in the deed?
It's in the fine print. She had to have. So Myrtle buys the house in 1976.
And he has not left the attic in 46 years. Give or take.
He may have left the attic. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. I'm sure once Jean died, if he were anywhere else in the house, Anne put him right back up there.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that Anne didn't immediately get rid of, like, was it in Jean's will? Like, well, you better not get rid of Robert?
It might have also been like, you know, this meant a lot to my husband.
Yes.
And it's doing me no harm to keep it in storage, you know?
Yeah, true. Well, yeah, I didn't think about that. I was just thinking like, oh my God, no.
She spent the last 46 years just waiting to get rid of it.
Yes.
Or 44 or whatever.
Yeah. So on to some of the strange occurrences with Robert. Mm-hmm. Some claimed that Robert's expression changed when anyone badmouthed Jean in Robert's presence. As it should. I'm going to add, a true best friend does not abide a shit talker. Mm-hmm, okay? Mm-hmm. So good for you, Robert.
Also, in what situation are you in front of Robert and not Jean and shit talking Jean?
There's a lot of scenarios in this story where I'm like, how do we get here?
Yeah, who figured this out?
It's like one of those movies that starts off in a confusing place and then there's like a freeze frame and a voiceover. You're probably wondering how I got here. Like, that comes up a lot in this for me.
Anne was the first one to figure it out, where Jean did something to piss her off, and she started like, fucking husband.
And Robert's over there. What'd you say? So I think this one happened like once people started hearing about Robert and he was, you know, becoming a bit of a novelty, a tourist attraction or whatever you want to call it. So there was a newspaper reporter named Malcolm Ross, and he visited Robert. And he had some friends with him. His friends are telling him the whole backstory of Jean and Robert.
How did Myrtle discover this doll? And like, do you think she went up to the attic for the first time and just saw this literal child-sized figure sitting there and freaked out?
Again, my gut reaction, pee my pants, run away. No, I legitimately think that she knowingly bought the house and like Robert was the cherry on top. Or maybe Robert was the reason she wanted it.
Here's an idea of how to make money. Haunted doll opportunity of the century.
Exactly. So Malcolm, this reporter, he's with his friends. Friends are telling him the whole backstory about Robert and Jean. And his friends also pointed out some children's furniture that Jean had purchased for Robert. Like a whole, little setup, I guess.
My God.
So at this point...
The attic was not where he was locked up. The attic was his apartment.
Yeah.
He had a penthouse up there. Oh my God.
Deluxe apartment in the sky.
I need a picture of this attic now. Oh my God.
Sadly, I don't have one. We could look for one, though.
I'm going to find a Zillow listing for this house.
Robert's Zillow. So at this point, his friends are talking, and Malcolm noted Robert's expression changing as if he were following the conversation. Now, when one of these other men made a comment about Jean being an old fool, Robert's expression changed to disdain. Malcolm said there was some kind of intelligence there. The doll was listening to us.
Stop.
That just gave me chills, and I'm the one that typed this out. So.
It's fabric. It shouldn't be. It's literally stitched together. It shouldn't be moving.
And yet, there's also a story of a plumber doing work at the house who heard giggling. And then he turned to find that Robert had moved across the room on his own. So, like, I think once Myrtle Robert comes down from the attic,
He's like, look at this quirky little thing I inherited with the house.
Fun.
It's my mom with that fuck-ass little naked monk doll in her living room. I hate that thing. I'm going to leave this in here, Mom. You know how I feel about the doll.
Shots fired. All right, here's where it gets really interesting. Because it wasn't before. Myrtle actually moved to another house 6 years later. She moved out of the artist's house.
Don't tell me she took him.
Oh, she sure did.
Oh, my God.
She took Robert with her. That's her investment.
Remember we were talking about unhealthy codependent attachments?
Something about Robert. Like, people, they develop an unhealthy relationship with him.
He grows on you.
Mm-hmm. So she takes him with her. That was 6 years later, so like 82-ish. Mm-hmm. In 1994, she donated Robert to the museum that I mentioned earlier because he moved around the house on his own and was haunted. Ma'am,
she didn't think that beforehand?
You knew what you signed up for. Like, that's part of it.
The plumber didn't clue you in earlier?
I just thought that was plumber talk.
She thought the plumber moved him.
I'm never hiring him again. He moves my dolls.
Now, this is interesting because I didn't know that... I thought Robert the doll was privately owned. I did not know that he was part of a museum exhibit.
Yes. Yes, and has been since 94.
I did not know that. I thought there was like a... The way it was presented to me years ago was that he had like basically a manager who was like the guy who owned him, and then he would like take him like on tour or like to like people who wanted to, do documentaries or interviews or whatever.
Nope, he is living at the museum. Now, at first, Robert was not on display at the museum, but once the word got out that there was a possibly haunted doll at this museum, people started coming to get a look for themselves.
And this is an art museum?
Yes. It's like, I think it's got art. It's also, I think the building is like attached to like a Civil War, some sort of like fortress.
Okay. It's like structure. Art and history.
Yeah. So once Robert was on display, reports of cameras and other electronic devices malfunctioning in his presence started to roll in, of course, as did letters addressed to Robert, apologizing for disrespectful behavior and asking his forgiveness.
Oh my God. It's literally like Bodhi all over.
Yes. Yeah. That's what it made me think of. So back in 2021, the museum curator that I mentioned earlier, she said that Robert gets 1 to 3 letters a day.
Oh my God.
Right?
That's a lot.
Yeah. People blame post-visit misfortunes on failing to respect Robert or openly disrespecting him. Some letters ask Robert for advice. Some ask him to hex
Like-
those who've wronged him.
Advice like he's gonna write back?
Like Dear Abby. Well, Dear Robert.
Dear Robert.
No, the curator does respond to some of them. It said she always tries to respond to ones from kids.
Okay.
Like one from like a girl who's being bullied, and she said,
Dear Robert, will you hex my bullies?
Yeah, I think he would.
Oh my God.
She said something in the article to the effect of like, Jean had a very childlike spirit, and she would, she kind of feels like she's doing what Jean would want
no,
done.
That's sweet. Yeah.
That makes sense. So
It's just cracking like in my head, it's like an adult asking for life advice.
No, I'm
Robert.
sure there's some of those too. So yeah, asking him to hex those who've wronged them. He has received over 1,000 letters. He also gets emails and like homages. There's actually a spot on the robertthedoll.org website where you can send him a message. And
Do you think they sit there and read these to him?
I hope so.
At
this point, I would be afraid not to.
Yeah, well, if I were him, I'd be upset that somebody was handling my mail on my behalf and I didn't get any say.
Yeah, how dare you write back to that person?
Yeah, I'm sitting in a box or on a shelf or whatever for all of eternity. Could you come here and at least entertain me with the people who are trying to talk to me?
I'm going to give you a facial expression indicating how I want you to respond.
Can you imagine if every reply came with a photo of Robert's reaction to your letter?
Yeah.
I actually kind of really like that idea.
But pictures and Robert are like, you got to be real careful.
Good point.
As you will learn. So I have to read you this from the article that I read.
Okay.
Again, the curator speaking. At some point, it became known that Robert had a sweet tooth, so people leave and send him candy. Guests leave him sweets, money, and occasionally joints.
Is that legal in Florida?
I don't know. I have no idea.
It definitely wasn't back in the 90s when this started.
Right?
Oh my God.
It's completely inappropriate, says the curator. We are still a museum. So I stared at this for a while because I have a couple of questions running through my mind. First of all, the phrase, it became known that he had a sweet tooth. How? He is a doll and does not eat food.
Some kid was like walking by eating a candy bar or something, and his head just slowly followed them as they went by.
Oh, did you hear? Robert has a sweet tooth. Also, more importantly, who's leaving joints for a doll? Like,
I could see a smoker leaving a joint more than I could see a kid leaving candy.
Yeah. Had it also become known that Robert liked weed?
Yeah, that's the weird part.
Yeah, it became known that he liked candy and drugs.
Somebody was like, I don't have any candy on me, but I have this roach in my pocket. Let me just leave that.
Yes. I'm not up to date on the going rate for weed, but I mean, I know it's not free, and then you're just giving it to a doll?
Good point. Maybe it was somebody who did not respect him and pissed him off really badly, so then they like came to make amends and was like, I'm going to leave you the best thing that I can offer.
Yeah, yeah. There's like a kind of a biblicalness to it. Like you sacrifice the best of the best.
Exactly.
You don't give just some old crap that you don't care about. So that's probably what it is. So according to my research, these are some of the things that you need to keep in mind if you go and visit Robert.
Okay.
First of all, taking his photograph without permission brings a curse of bad luck, illness, and tragedy.
Okay, so you need to ask.
Yes.
How do you know if the answer is no?
It didn't say. I mean, I guess you could watch his expression. I would probably just not take pictures, period.
Like the act of asking is you showing respect, like giving even the illusion of a choice is better than just assuming.
Well, some people have some thoughts that we'll get to in a minute.
Okay.
You also need to be sure to say goodbye to him when you leave.
That feels fair. Like the case for like literally anything involving spirits.
Yeah, just... okay, bye. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. It's called respect, guys. Mm-hmm. All right, so would you like to hear some of the letters to Robert that are posted on the website?
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Can we write fan mail to Robert after this?
I'm going to ask him some advice. Just like financial and,
There's a chance I will be going to Key West this year.
Ooh.
I need you to send me this museum information.
Girl, I have the information at the end of this episode because I know that people want to know. I'm not going to make you go look it up. I'm going to tell you when that museum is open. I'm going to tell you ticket prices. I got you.
Thank you.
You are welcome. It's not my first rodeo. All right. Got a couple different letters here.
All right, hit me.
Dear Robert, I hope you are well. Me and my family went to go visit you last year. I am sorry I was startled to see you and did not intend to disrespect you. Oh. Our lives have been upside down this year. Please forgive me during my visit. Some of these also have drawn, like they have it typed out and then they have an actual picture of the letter. And so you see like the handwriting and one's got like, that might be the one that has a little drawing on it. I don't remember. Like a drawing of Robert.
I'm imagining somebody like turning the corner, not expecting to see him and going like, oh shit.
That's what I'm guessing happened in that.
How bad do things have to be for you like a year later to be like, I feel cursed?
Oh, I can top a year. We'll get there.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay, next one. My husband and I visited the museum December of 2019. My husband took your picture without asking. When we were leaving the museum, as I was going through the door, I felt a shock go across my shoulders. In January 2020, I was diagnosed with a severe illness and have not been well since.
I wonder what that was.
Things keep going wrong for me. I want to say we are sorry we took your picture without asking. Please forgive us. Yeah, I mean, what else happened in 2020? Like, did you cause COVID? You know?
They have to read these to him, right?
I mean,
because otherwise you're writing for nothing, and like he's not gonna hear your apology.
Yeah.
Surely, if she's taking the time to write back, she's taking the time, like she's reading them with him.
I will say in the article, they asked her like, "Well, do you think Robert's haunted?" And she was kind of like, I mean, I've never really had any of this. It was just kind of like, this is just part of my job, and
well, it sounds like she's respecting the memory of Jean at least.
Yeah,
which is
for sure.
All that Robert wants, apparently.
Yeah, she's doing her part. All right, I've got 3 more little letters. I am writing to apologize for my attitude and behavior toward you in the past. I belittled, demeaned, and ridiculed you and have accepted the consequences that you have rendered on my friends and me. Oh my God. It is time to make amends, and I ask you to accept my sincerest apology. That is giving like 12-step program, like making amends. Good for you.
That's somebody who's been living in denial for a minute and is finally like biting the bullet and apologizing.
This is what it was. It was Robert.
Put aside my pride and apologize to the doll.
All right, I've saved the best 2 for last.
Okay.
Dear Robert, about 11 years ago...
Oh my God, this is someone who's desperate.
Yes. I visited you and made the worst mistake of my life. I thought it would be funny to take your picture without your permission. Boy, was I wrong. So much bad has happened in my life, and I know it's because I disrespected you, and I'm sorry I did that. I really hope you can forgive me, Robert. This one has a P.S., and it's my favorite. P.S. I saw you on Zach Bagans' show. You were great. And I am now blanking on the name of that show. It's like haunted objects or some.
Does he have multiple shows?
Maybe.
I'll be honest, I've only ever seen one episode of a Zach Bagans show.
Yeah. Well, Robert was on one. And I just love that as a P.S. You were great on that, Robert.
Just butter him up a little bit.
Yeah, right? Can't hurt.
I need a follow-up letter to know if that person's life got markedly better after they apologized.
Yeah. I need a lot of follow-up and closure on a lot of this. All right, here's the last one. I would like to start off by apologizing to you for being rude and taking your picture without having your permission. When I initially asked you for permission and almost immediately started having chest pains, I should have known that it was not okay to take your picture. Again, I am truly sorry for not listening to you. Since visiting you about 3 years ago, my house has been struck by lightning 3 times. Also, a rental home I was scheduled to vacation at caught fire the night before I was to check in.
Oh my God.
2 nights
better than the night after.
Right. 2 nights later, the rental home we were able to stay at was struck by lightning as well.
Oh my God.
This letter might be from a lightning rod. I don't know.
At least it's the buildings being struck at
Right?
this person.
Yeah, all things considered. You got your insurance. You're good. So those were just some of the ones that they had on display. They don't have all of the letters on the website. Like, you know, I was hoping for pages and pages that I could flip through. I
assume they have to like reach back out and ask for permission to post them if the name is on there.
Maybe. But it would say like, Tracy B or something, not full name or any details like that. But that's a good point. I bet if you submit it through the website now, it's like kind of fine print.
Yeah.
By submitting this, you're. So I'm guessing that there's probably more on display at the actual museum. So if you go, you'll have to verify that.
If I don't go, then my mom, I think, is at least going to go. So
nice.
I'll pressure her into taking a detour just for me.
Come on, Mom. We didn't mean to shit talk that monk earlier. We really
No, I did. She knows how I feel about that.
Okay. Then we're keeping it in.
Open point of contention.
We take none of it back.
For context, for everybody else who's not my mom, she does a lot of like, antique shows and estate sales and stuff. And I don't remember where she got it, but it's this like
maybe
good 10-inch tall ceramic, probably handmade doll. Mm-hmm. Like the whole body is ceramic, but it's articulated, and it's like skinny.
Okay.
It's skinny, weird puppet proportions.
Yes. Ugh, I don't like puppets.
And it's got this like glassy, bald head, but this painted on face.
A jester?
It's all skin tone. No, just blank face.
Okay.
Eyes, mouth, nose, ears. It's got like carved in ears.
Okay.
And then it's wearing what looks like a ripped up pillowcase. And she insists that it is a perfectly fine, normal piece of home decor to have on display in her living room and not the creepiest thing in the entire household.
Okay, next time I'm at your mom's house, I'm going to need to see, because I'm not picturing it.
Luckily, it's kind of like tucked back in like a corner. She's got a tiny table with like some other like little antique pieces.
Okay.
And it's like behind one of the two love seats. But, like, when you walk by it, if you glance to it, you're going to make eye contact. You can't miss it if you look next to that chair.
All right. I'm on a mission. We'll report back in math number of episodes. All right. So, speaking of the museum, let's talk about how you can see Robert. I need you to know that Robert is safely protected behind UV filtering glass inside a humidity-controlled space.
Good. He's been needing that.
Yes, and the curator actually takes him out once a year for kind of a checkup, and that includes weighing him to determine if the Florida humidity has affected his body that's effectively full of, like, straw wood kind of.
Yeah, that's a smart way to see if he's got any rot.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty smart.
I would have just like sniffed him. I don't know.
Take Robert out for his annual sniff.
Well, I mean, like, how do you tell if something is molding inside without cutting it open?
It just listed that as one of the things that she does. I'm also picturing like a lot of, magnifying glass, document.
X-ray him.
Yeah, right?
For any tears.
Detailed notes. Like when you go to the dentist and they're like, let's compare this to 6 months ago or whatever.
Yeah. I wonder how much he weighs and if it does, like if it ever has changed dramatically.
I mean, it has to have changed some, but yeah.
What if you weigh him one day and then some kids leave him a whole bunch of candy and then you weigh him the next day? And he weighs like a pound heavier.
It did say, I didn't put this in here, I am just remembering it now, that the museum staff, out of an abundance of caution, does not eat any of the candy.
Yeah, I was going to assume that they didn't.
Which, in my mind, was the caution was not wanting to be haunted and cursed by Robert, but obviously also, like, people can put shit in candy.
Yeah. I was like imagining, like, there's some messed up people in this world.
Yes.
And they might, poison it or something.
Yeah, and that completely goes against me as a child of the late 80s, early 90s with the satanic panic and like all of our Halloween candy. It's obviously full of drugs and razors. So it's funny to me that my mind went directly to, you don't want to be cursed. You can't eat that candy. Anywho, so Fort East Martello Museum is open Monday to Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And you need to know that the last admission is at 4:30. So don't be rolling up at 4:45 thinking you're going to get in. General admission is $15.50. Now you can
Weirdly
also
specific.
Right. And they had some, senior and veteran and stuff discounts as well. You can book a Robert the Doll After Dark experience.
Shut up.
Yeah. Through Sloan's Key West Ghost Tours. Now, the general admission for the Robert the Doll After Dark experience is $39. That includes a 30-minute guided ghost tour, and that's through the entire fort, not just Robert, and a 30-minute seated experience with Robert. Now, if that's not enough for you,
it already is, but keep going.
you can upgrade to the VIP ticket, which includes an extra hour to do your own exploring ghost hunting throughout the fort. And I believe, I didn't write it down, I want to say that was $89.
Okay, so like they just turn you loose for an hour to like...
That's what it sounded like.
Go ghost hunting, go collect data.
Yeah, there weren't a ton of details on there, but it just said, an hour to explore the fort on your own.
That's cool.
So,
have you ever been on a ghost tour?
No.
Just for the history alone. I think it's my favorite way to like learn local history.
I did one here in town when I first moved here right after we got married. It might not have been strictly ghosts, but like murder and...
I haven't done one here. We should do one this year.
I think the same guy still does it. He's pretty knowledgeable and kind of like known around town, I was in a show with him, my first show. So... Fun fact. Now, if you head over to, as I've mentioned before, robertthedoll.org, you can check out lots of different media coverage of Robert, Zach Bagans' show, whatever it was called that I can't remember. Lots of, all the different shows have gone and done little segments on Robert. Now, I know what you're thinking. What's the merch situation?
I wasn't, but now I'm kicking myself.
And in a word, plentiful.
Oh, yes.
I'm talking books, mugs, shot glasses, candles, koozies, ornaments, snow globes, totes, keychains, a holiday elf box where Robert is in a little elf outfit, which I don't know how that doesn't incur his wrath.
How any of this does with his likeness on it.
Now, this one doesn't have his likeness on it, but it is on the website. A daily detox tea. Like some MLM chick just randomly got in there like, let's also put this detox. It's got like a ghost. It says like boo detox tea or something. It's kind of random.
This is the full gambit of merch.
Magnets, lunchbox, t-shirts, and for our big spenders, we have a life-size recreation of Robert for $2,495.
Oh my God.
Yes. And
it's not made by the Steiff Company, is it?
No, I don't believe so. So I've brought you 3 pictures of Robert, and I have no explanation for the little toy dog that he's holding, but it looks troubled as well. So this is
a friend.
The first of 3.
Okay, he is kind of cute, though.
Yeah, it's like...
He's got little moth holes in his head. Aww.
He's not, like, terrifying.
No. Honestly, the dog in this photo is scarier.
Yeah.
It's like making eye contact with its extremely big eyes.
One of the letters on the website, this person was really buttering Robert up. Like, I came to see you and said you were so handsome. Like, okay, calm down.
Does he have hair, or is it just like colored felt that's...
I don't know.
His sailor outfit is in great shape.
Yeah. And if you think he's been in this museum since 94.
What an angle.
Right?
Yeah, the dog is creeping me out.
Yeah. So he's spent roughly 90, give or take, years in the world, in the attic for however many years. Like, not in the best of conditions. Nowhere near as well as I had Felicity up in my attic, unbeknownst to me. And so, yeah, I mean, he's in really good shape.
Yeah.
Robert, what are your secrets? He's going to drop that skincare routine. Like,
I'm trying to, see the paint, Like, you can see a tiny little eyebrow. There's, a slight bit of rouge still visible on his cheek. But that's about it. He fully has hair.
He might.
I zoomed in. That's, fully a head of doll hair.
Oh, yes. Yes, that is for
wig.
sure.
Yeah.
That is for sure hair.
But I am cracking up that the walls, it's truly 3 walls all the way around him, plastered in letters. Mm-hmm. Oh, and there's a big warning sign. Don't photograph.
Yeah. So we'll have to look up more pictures. These were just a couple I could grab earlier today that I knew that we could repost, but...
He looks so comfy. He's like sitting in his chair with his feet up.
Yeah, he is living his best life in his humidity-controlled box with his little dog, and...
I need context on that dog. We gotta figure that out.
I looked and looked and could find nothing, but we'll get to the bottom of it. Maybe,
museum.
Right? Hello, is this the Robert the Doll Museum? Tell me about the dog.
Who made the dog? Why is the dog creepier than the doll?
We need closure. We have a podcast. And the people want to know.
We need the exclusive.
Oh, I do have a follow-up for you. You asked me in the Antietam episode how many days the Battle of Gettysburg was. It was 3.
Oh, okay, thank you. You were close. You said, what did you say, 2 to 3? 3 to 4?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. You said the word 3.
I think I said more than 1. But Jerry listened to it, and he was like, you did a good job. And then he went... Sometimes I forget you're not a Civil War person like me. And he was like, the Battle of Gettysburg was 3 days. Okay, I was close.
Yeah.
I said more than 1.
Bless his heart.
Right? So anyway, yeah, if we get more info on Robert, we'll do an update episode.
Yeah. If I get haunted, you guys will be the first to know.
Oh my God, great content. No, I'm just kidding.
First person exclusive.
I don't want you to be haunted by Robert or any other
I
dolls or
do you think we should write him fan mail?
I mean, I got to think of what I would say to him.
Hey, big fans. We have a podcast and we had an episode on you and you sound really cool and we want to know your secret because you look great at 100 and whatever.
22?
Roughly?
Yeah.
So keep on keeping on.
Yes. Sorry we aren't sending any joints. Felt wrong. You are in a museum after all. So that is the story of Robert the Doll.
Wow. Nice.
That was the reaction I was hoping for.
No, that was good. That was good. Yeah, because I have heard stuff before, but like I said, I think the version I got was the maid or the nursery lady gave it to him, and I thought he was privately owned. I had no idea that he was in a museum.
Yeah, he is quite the attraction.
Yeah.
You can go see him for the low price of $15.50 for some reason.
There's got to be a reason. That's so specific.
Yeah. That was Jean's favorite number. 1550. I don't know.
The fort was founded in
I was
the year
just about to say, maybe
something.
the fort was built in 1550. Yeah, there has to be a reason.
Except literally not, because Jamestown was 1607.
It could have been built by other people.
Yeah.
There were people here in 1550.
Yeah.
By here, I mean Key West.
I just feel like we did away with them all and destroyed everything that they had established.
I mean, that certainly was our style back in the day.
Why do we always come back here?
Because
anyway.
That's America.
Yeah, you're right. When you're right, you're right.
And I'm right a lot.
Okay, on that note, thank you. Good job researching.
Oh, thanks. I'm just excited that I had an episode that was just about one thing.
Yeah,
I feel like so far it's kind of been, multiple stories, but this one was a single thing. I did go down a haunted doll rabbit hole, and there was one in Australia that creeped me out too much to look at. So
Ooh,
I was like, nope, focus in on Robert.
I think the only other doll I know about is Patty the doll, and she's in Zach Bagans' museum.
Yeah, there were a couple others, but once the pictures of the Australia one came up, I was like, oh my God, no.
Now I need to know more.
Well, I'll tell you.
You need to do it.
Okay, maybe I will.
Let's creep everybody out.
That is the theme, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Okay, well, thank you for listening. If you liked what you heard, then check out our other episodes. You can also follow us on social media. We're on all the big ones and Tumblr. You can email us at egagspodcast@gmail.com. Our social media handle is also egagspodcast. That's EGAGS podcast. You can reach out to us if you have any spooky experience. Have you seen Robert the doll?
Would love to know about it.
Have you been cursed by a haunted object?
Mm-hmm.
Please tell us and then give us permission to share your story.
Yeah, that'll be the key part.
Yeah. If you just want to talk about spooky things or spooky things that you have experienced, then reach out. We're friendly.
Mm-hmm.
We're not weird.
We're friendly.
Yeah.
No comment on the weird part.
No, we are weird and proud of it.
Yeah.
But you know what? You are too, because why else would you be listening to this? All right. And on that note, now that I've called all of our listeners weird.
You're welcome.
Okay. And thank you again for listening. As always, this is Everybody's Got a Ghost Story.
What's yours?